Hi, I'm Holly and this is Lindsay, and we have beautiful sneakers down here. Lindsay is our adoption supervisor and she is also a certified positive trainer. So she is here to talk to us about Sneakers. Sneakers is one of our longest doggy residents that we've had right now, and she is 10 months old. A lot of people think that we struggle with having too many puppies, but really the case in our community, because we're very lucky to have awesome low-cost spay-neuter partners like Humane Fort Wayne. Our biggest problem is sometimes these like 10-month-old to 1-year-old large breed dogs that are just kind of some rambunctious teenagers. Can you talk a little bit about how to deal with it?
Yeah, these adolescent guys are kind of difficult to work with and difficult to handle. They're going through a lot in their mind and their body, so it's a big transition time for them, and so they can be a little challenging in some of the behaviors that you see with them, and that's kind of why we get a lot of them surrendered to us. So Sneakers does have some things she's working on. We've been working on them for a little while. She struggles with a little bit of impulse control, some focus, and she does jump up a little bit. So those are some things that we're working on with her, and as well as her leash walking. She's definitely a bit of a puller, and we're still working on that. So
that's awesome. What are some things that people can do in the home to help work through some of these behaviors?
Well, being very consistent with a dog like Sneakers in that adolescent phase can be really helpful. Thinking about them as a toddler and even having them on a schedule so they know exactly what comes next on a daily basis can really ease their mind and lessen any feelings of anxiety that they might have. They love patterns, they love predictability, they love to know what comes next. So having them on a schedule, just like you would a toddler, there really should be some nap time, some enrichment time, some working time as far as like doing a little training session here and there is going to be helpful for them, and it's also going to teach them a little bit of self-regulation too.
So when you say training session, do you mean like an hour long of sit, stay down, or what do you mean by training session?
So with Sneakers, what we've been working on are just these little 5-minute training sessions. We want to keep the training sessions really short so that they're easy, they're fun, and they're repetitive. So it's more important for us and for Sneakers to have a really good time doing a lot of repetition and training, not so much about the duration. So keeping really short training sessions is the key.
That's easier for humans too. I feel like that you don't have to get geared up for this whole thing. Like, okay, yes. We got online learning for the kids, then we got to do Sneakers learning. But it's just a quick little, you grab some cheese or something out of the fridge and do a quick little.
Yep, just a commercial break training session.
Okay.
And you might want to start with whatever the dog is challenged with. So for Sneakers, she struggles a bit with jumping up, and so what we can do that's pretty easy for her is just do a little clip or a back tie. And then we would work with her on her, keeping all feet on the floor. So she did a really nice sit there, and so we're just going to kind of reinforce her for that. I'm just going to back away and move forward into her space a little bit. Obviously, we've been working on this. Before, she would kind of jump up and get really amped up and excited as someone would approach her. So we're just practicing these little behaviors that we want her to work on. Yes.
Yeah, Sneakers was definitely not great at first impressions, but I can tell that you guys have been working with her. She's learning so fast, so she's such a smart girl.
Yeah, she's doing really well. She's doing really well. She really enjoys her enrichment, and that's a really good thing for you to kind of incorporate into her schedule. It's kind of free training time. So what that looks like are some really basic things that you can do a few times a day that really work her brain. And by working her brain, we're just kind of exhausting her as well as teaching her to focus and teaching her a lot of patience.
So this is a rolly ball. This was a favorite at my house. And there's holes in here, and then you can just put their regular kibble in here, and then they push it around with their little noses, and it's so cute and fun. But it's not even anything that you have to purchase. You can do something as simple as like dollar store lunch bags, and there are... She gets these on a regular basis at the shelter. Everybody does, so she knows exactly what's in here. But this is just her regular kibble. So it doesn't have to be anything huge or expensive or elaborate. It is really awesome to do enrichment or puzzle feeders with just their regular feeding, so that helps keep their minds busy a little longer. It's like doing a crossword puzzle. Like if you have a problem you're working on, then you might be a little bit mentally tired afterwards. It's a similar thing with them. And then this is just some moist meaties in an egg carton. And so this is another simple thing you can do without buying anything. And then there's all kinds of commercially available puzzles. And I just saw a TikTok of a rat doing this one, and it was so cute. But yeah, you can just fill it up with whatever, with their regular kibble, with a favorite treat, and then they have to move stuff around with their nose to figure out how to get, and it keeps them busy for a little while so that you have some time that you don't have to be worried about what they're doing. And then let her go through that.
So these are really nice tools to use if you're making dinner and you really need your dog to kind of be out of the way or out of the kitchen while you're cooking. You can utilize this during, times when you need a break and we need our dog to go do something else.
Yeah, so if you just search dog enrichment puzzles or dog puzzles on Amazon or Walmart or anywhere online like that, Chewy has a ton. All those retailers, you'll get a million different options and you can kind of play with them and see what your dog likes best. Or it's also a really good idea to switch them out occasionally. So this is better than feeding her from just a bowl. This is more fun. It's kind of like Crazy Straws when you were a kid.
Yeah, so this is Snickers. She does pretty well with people. She just, again, can be a little boisterous and excited when she first meets you. She's definitely that extrovert that wants to come out and hang out and play. She does really well with other dogs. She's kind of a rock star in our play group, so she interacts really well in a lot of variable situations. So she's kind of just an all-around nice girl.
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Sneakers. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I don't know why everything is going crazy.
So notice how Sneakers can kind of mirror the energy. She got really worked up with Holly when Holly was kind of moving around a lot. She's pretty good about reading the environment and responding with the same type of activity level. So if you do have children in the home, you might want to keep that in mind, that she will just join right in and run around the house with the kids. She does have that nice ability, though, to kind of calm down and to get really snuggly and
and bite the microphone.
So she's just an all-around really good girl. She does have a little quirks that she's working on, but overall, she's really nice. So in playgroup with other dogs, Sneakers loves to kind of romp around and play. She does take direction really well from other dogs. So if you have a dog that needs a dog friend, she's a really good fit. She does tend to mirror and match the energy of the other dog and just kind of follow their lead. So she's an all-around good player.